Well, that looks pretty fancy now, doesn't it? It's been a little while since I made a video, and this little project here is part of the reason why. I've been going to swap meets to sell birds, and rather than mess around with having individual cages that I have to set out on the ground, I decided I wanted to make something that was self-contained, and I came up with this. Actually got quite a few compliments on it, and I'm considering, if there's enough interest, building these custom order. But I'll show you just kind of briefly. This is a short bed pickup. It's 8 foot long. I've got a little scoop up there for aerodynamics, and the main way that it stays latched into the truck is these eye bolts, which run to the front of the bed via ratchet strap. I've got a second set of eye bolts that I put up in the front, but I'm going to change the position on those, and then for added security measure, I can go from the top here and around the middle, and then I can put two up over top of it. So I'm going to set up here and show you kind of how this thing works. So you show up at the swap meet, you get all your straps pop loose. First thing you do is you set the back legs on. Now currently these legs are screwed in place, but I'm considering a couple different options so that they just swing down or they drop down in some fashion. They will give you just a little bit of a clearance off of your tailgate to bring the weight up off of that. And then you should be able to just pull ahead and it should slide out. The truck should slide out from under. And then you have two options at that point. You can either stop at the very end and leave it resting on your tailgate, or if you got to go somewhere, you just put the other two legs in place and you get out from under it completely. So obviously I didn't pull it all the way forward. I could have pulled it forward just a little bit more, but that gives you an idea how you can leave it set if you don't want to take it out of your truck. But I'm going to go ahead and pull it out with the other legs on so you can see how it stands free. And that is all there is to it. So like I said, obviously I want to make the legs so they can adjust and they just swing up out of the way. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at this thing. So up top here, kind of got this little deflector scoop. Pretty self-explanatory. There's the eye bolts that I'm gonna move to a different location. So the bottom, again, this is 8 foot long, and the bottom is divided into 5 equal sections. I made the doors on the bottom section so that they are drop-down doors. That way, as I found out at the swap I was at this weekend, as soon as you pull in, if you pull in a little late, you know, I only pulled in an hour late, but I had people trying to buy stuff from me before I was even completely unstrapped. So this allows me to access this bottom section without pulling it out. I went ahead and since I raised game chickens, I did solid dividers so they can't see each other. And I made them 2 foot tall. That way if I got runner ducks in there, I can do that. The bottom section here is slatted, and that's also partially for the ducks because anyone who's hauled ducks knows they make a mess of their water. The top section is 2 foot tall again, but I made it into smaller sections of 6 equal pens, and these are all hinged to open up on the side. And basically I just take a little folding step ladder with me, a little 2-step ladder, and I get up into those pens. I put corn husks in for bedding because it's not going to blow out going down the road. And again, here's the eye bolts that are the ones that keep it stuck into the pickup bed itself. It's not super heavy. Since this is the first one I made, I have already found ways that I can make it lighter on the next one if somebody wants one. But I hauled, I'm gonna say, probably in the neighborhood of 60 birds in this thing. And they're all ranging in sizes from grow outs to fully mature birds. And then I had 2 smaller cages that were wire cages that go in the back seat of my pickup. And when I get to my location, I just set them underneath of here for shade, and it worked out great. So overall, for the first attempt at making this thing, I'm really happy with it. It's simple, it's easy to load and unload, and you can haul a lot of stuff in it. And not only that, but if you're doing swap meets, you know, back to back, all you got to do is these pens are big enough that you can keep them in there short term with your feed and water, and then just back out under it, and then, you know, a week later back under it again and you're already loaded. You know, just keep the birds in that didn't sell and fill in the pens that were empty. So I probably will paint it. I just, you know, I have other things that I gotta focus on right at the moment, and this served its purpose, but I will paint it just so it lasts longer. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.